Hello everyone, and welcome to round 12 of the 2025 Super Formula One World Championship for Brands Hatch Grand Prix. We are here in the UK at one of the most legendary racetracks, Brands Hatch. This is a 2.43 mile track with 9 turns, and it serves as the shortest track on the calendar with the highest number of laps at 52. This track was added to the calendar in 2023 and saw an all-British podium on its debut, as well as a Lewis Hamilton home win in 2024. Let's see what happens this year and take a look at the starting grid.
Starting on the back row, teammates Gabriele Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg start P20 and P19. Behind 18th starting Franco Colapinto and Lance Stroll in 17th. Alexander Albon starts P16 next to Liam Lawson in P15, and then user driver Oliver Bearman starts alongside Isaac Hadjar in P13. Yuki Tsunoda starts 12th alongside Esteban Ocon in 11th, and into the points. Pierre Gasly starts P10 next to Fernando Alonso in P9. Carlos Sainz starts P8 alongside Kimi Antonelli in P7. Behind Charles Leclerc starting 6th next to Oscar Piastri in P5. Lando Norris starts 4th alongside George Russell in 3rd. And then Max Verstappen starts 2nd alongside last year's race winner Lewis Hamilton on pole position for the first time this year.
And we are underway from Brands Hatch, and Lewis Hamilton immediately moves over to cover off Verstappen into Paddock Hill Bend, as George Russell's already gotten ahead of Verstappen, and Piastri already ahead of Norris, trying to draw alongside Verstappen down into Druids. Piastri is up into 3rd, and Verstappen from 2nd, dropping off immediately at the start. Kimi Antonelli has gained places from P7 as well, but Lewis Hamilton out front leads the Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Let's take another look at the start. Hamilton moves over, but look at the launch. George Russell got off the line and he goes straight through into Paddock Hill Bend. Then Piastri draws alongside, Antonelli getting ahead of Norris further back as well. But that inside line coming out of Druids was just better. And so Verstappen has to concede 3rd. Antonelli nearly went for it down into turn 3, Graham Hill Bend. Charles Leclerc has got damage on lap 1. He started 6th but has dropped back and must have made contact with Ocon, so his dry spell may continue now unless he can fight back into the points. Hamilton under pressure from Russell. These two finished 1-2 for Mercedes back in 2023. Russell winning that time, but Hamilton took his win last year. This year he's in a Ferrari, but he's got pressure from his old teammate into turn 1. George Russell takes the lead of the race. He's been chasing a win since winning round 3 earlier this year, and now leads the Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Hamilton dropping back a touch, and that is putting him in the hands of Oscar Piastri down the front straight. Piastri will have a good toe, and he's going to look down the inside at Paddock Hill Bend, and he will come out of it in 2nd place. Oscar Piastri now ahead of Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton has dropped off 2 spots from pole. Just seems like he's struggling for pace in that car. Here comes Lando Norris looking for a move on Kimi Antonelli into turn 1, but he'll stay back this time around. But he'll be wanting to clear the Mercedes quickly with Piastri near the front, as now Hadjar going down the inside on Alonso coming out of Druids. Alonso getting a poor exit, and up into 7th goes Isaac Hadjar. He and Alonso have been going at each other a lot most of this year. Lewis Hamilton coming into the pits now at the end of lap 11 here. We're going to watch Verstappen because that's Hamilton's race. Red Bull went for an undercut. This is the shortest pit lane of the year, but Verstappen already coming across the line and beating Hamilton out of the pits, so the undercut worked. Max Verstappen is now in 3rd, and Hamilton has fallen off the podium. Antonelli in now, along with a few others. His race is with the likes of Hadjar, Gasly, and Sainz right now. They're going into turn 1 now. And out coming Antonelli, it looks like Ollie Bearman is going to beat him out here. Bearman still trying to score his first points of his career, has a chance at his home race. But he goes wide into turn 2, and Antonelli will send it right back up the inside on the Haas, down to Grand Hill Bend, turn 3, and around the outside, Antonelli back ahead of Bearman. Ollie Behrman onto the grass, trying to get by Lawson. It just seems like he's pressing to score today. Still hanging with Lawson coming out of Surtees. There they are side by side, but Behrman just pulling ahead. He's up into 9th now. He started 14th. And now he's getting on Colapinto now, coming around the outside of Westfield. So they'll be beginning to catch traffic now, and Piastri has stayed attached as Russell arriving to the back of Stroll, and he's going to have to clear him fast, or that will put Piastri right up on him. And now getting ahead, Oscar Piastri goes straight through, and he now leads the Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Russell still not by until Stroll tucks into the pit lane. He's just lost a ton of time behind the Aston Martin. Sainz wanting to swap places, but he'll just have to make the move, and he's going for it into Paddock Hill Bend, and out comes Sainz ahead, as now Hadjar coming at Albon into Druids, and fully ahead by the time they exit, so Albon losing 2 places that time, from 8th down to 10th. Leclerc has really been nowhere since that earlier damage, just stuck outside the top 10 and making no progress. Now Pierre Gasly from behind Colapinto, and now down the inside of Leclerc coming out of turn 2, Pierre Gasly, a double overtake. Norris really dropping back. We're on board with Behrman in 10th, and he's gaining on Norris now. Coming onto the straight down the inside, a scoreless Haas has just passed the championship leading McLaren. Would you believe that? Verstappen coming in now, and he's come in much too late if he wanted to respond to Russell protecting P2. Russell's already stopped, and he's going into turn 1 now, and that was Verstappen just coming out of the pit exit. There he is now, and will have stayed in 3rd. Hamilton is going to come out behind a ton of traffic now. He's pitted from 4th and is coming out now. 10th place, not ideal at all for the pole sitter. Russell's got to clear Bortoleto soon. Verstappen's already gained a ton of time on him on this lap. Looking for a move into Westfield, but he'll have to wait for the next chance. On the run up Dingledell, Verstappen goes, and he's up into 2nd place. That's twice now Russell's lost places because he's got stuck behind slow traffic. Piastri just trying to clear Alonso here. Look at how slow Alonso's going. This is horrendous. Now Kimi Antonelli says, I've had enough of this. I'm going back through. He's just unlapped himself. But now Piastri goes through. Hamilton follows. Those were 2 places lost for Alonso. He was racing those 2. But now they're through, and Antonelli will have to abide by blue flags again. But now Hamilton sees an opportunity and goes at Antonelli now. He's in 7th, but they both got to let Piastri through at some point. Piastri still trying to clear all the blue flags. I think he's just gone through now. Antonelli's going back at Hamilton into Hawthorns on the inside. Kimi Antonelli, that was certainly impressive. Norris down the inside through Sterling's on Alonso. Don't see many moves there either. Alonso's still got a good run out of the bend, staying ahead. Norris has struggled a bit today too, considering his teammates had such good pace today. But he's down in 9th, and he'll get a tow from Alonso into Paddock Hill Bend. He'll send it down the inside, and he's through. Sainz seeing blue flags, he's got to let Piastri through now. He's just slowing the race leader down. Now he's through, but he's got to watch for Isaac Hadjar. Hadjar's gone through, and Sainz trying to fight this one back around the final bend. Clark curve. Hadjar's got the jump and is now in 4th. Would be his best result to date. Train of cars coming down the Brabham Straight. No one able to make a move yet, but Norris looks close to Hamilton. He's moving towards the outside into turn 1, and the outside is never an overtaking line you see into there, but Norris makes it work just like that, up into P6. Now he's trying Antonelli around the outside again, coming out of turn 2. Antonelli squeezes him on the exit, and now Hamilton trying to come back at him around turn 3. Nothing doing there. Lando Norris up into 6th. It's all getting jumbled now. Piastri clearing Hamilton and now his teammate. But look, they are too wide, 2 rows down into Graham Hill Bend. McLaren side by side, and Hamilton and Hadjar 7th and 8th, still alongside each other. Hamilton stays ahead. And trying to go around Antonelli, holding up Piastri again. Hadjar is coming through as well. This is madness. Behrman still trying to get back into the points on Gasly now up through Dingledale. Gasly's just caught napping through there, and now Oliver Behrman is back into the points late here. And is already coming at Leclerc into turn 9. And he is up into 9th now. First points on the card for Behrman. On the Brabham straight, that's Piastri clearing Hamilton, but Hadjar again closely following through on the inside of Hamilton. He's up into 5th. He's been stellar today, as now Piastri's got one last car to clear, and that is his teammate in 4th. Norris, the championship leader, is about to be lapped by Oscar Piastri, even though both cars are running in the top 4. And Norris isn't making this easy for Piastri. Now Hadjar goes for it. Isaac Hadjar back up into 4th. He's got no tires left. Lewis Hamilton into the pits with essentially 1 lap to go, considering he's a lap down. He's got a line of cars behind, and he's going to lose a ton of points here, already to 10th before he's in the pit lane. Antonelli will be next across, and he will go through Lewis Hamilton out of the points from pole. Going at Gasly, Behrman has done great to run up here today. Look at Sainz gaining on Alonso behind, and now he goes around the outside into turn 1. He's alongside Behrman into Druids. Behrman's got the inside, but Sainz is quicker. Sainz 2 places gained here on this final lap. We are 12 races into this season. The reigning champion has been knocking on the door. He has 5 podiums this season, 4 of them P2s. Everyone's been talking about his lack of a title defense this year, saying he needs to win very soon if he wishes to even be in it at the halfway point. Well, today is that day. Coming around the straight, Oscar Piastri wins the Brands Hatch Grand Prix. It's his first win of the season. So, Oscar Piastri finally returns to the top step. It's only his 4th win of his career, but first of this season, and it's been since round 17 last season. This win is huge for his repeat title campaign this year, and who else other than his main rival Max Verstappen to join him for a P2 finish ahead of George Russell in 3rd. Isaac Hadjar, his best career result in 4th place for him, and ahead of Lando Norris in 5th. Pierre Gasly in 6th, Carlos Sainz in 7th, Oliver Behrman taking his first career points at his home race in P8, Fernando Alonso and Kimi Antonelli rounding out the points. 0 points today for Ferrari, disastrous race from them, pole to 11th for Hamilton and 6th to 17th for Leclerc. Lando Norris still leads the title race ahead of Max Verstappen, but this win is huge for Oscar Piastri, taking 3rd back from Hamilton and now 37 points off the lead. Isaac Hadjar ties Sainz on points, and further down, Behrman jumps Stroll. McLaren still atop the constructors, but Mercedes jumps back to 2nd, 6 points in front of Ferrari. Red Bull still afloat, reaching 200 points. That will do it from Brands Hatch. Piastri back on the top step. Next week is the legendary Spa, so subscribe if you haven't because you won't want to miss it. Until then, we'll see you next time on Project SF1.